You've always been incessantly curious, and any knowledge you could tap the source of, you've assimilated. You traveled for weeks to reach the city that frightened you at first, the city where you ought to stay if you ever wanted to get to know more. The life of a student wasn't easy. On more than one occasion, you've almost starved to death, and during the winter the room at the back of the monastery you shared with 7 fellow students froze over, and your fingers turned blue and stayed that way for months. You used to amuse people by playing lute you've made yourself on the busy streets to get money for a piece of bread. But now it's over. You've lived through the university education even as half of your fellow students died or went crazy or quit, unable to stand it anymore. The knowledge you've assimilated pays off finally. You could recite the code of law backwards, woken up in the middle of the night. It seems as if you know everything there is to know about justice. You only realize how wrong you are when you are to issue the death penalty for the first time. But the years pass and you master the art of not caring. Your warm home and nice meals and the quiet hours of late evenings you can spend painting are what you're doing this for. It is as simple as that. You don't care anymore how almost every person you sentenced to death would be cried over and missed. And then they take him in. He radiates danger. Caught chopping a frail body of a young girl to pieces, he's no one. There's nothing to protect him. He has no money, no family, no nothing. This case is simple. More girls have died that way before too. If it was him or it wasn't, it doesn't matter. In those times, justice is still simple, and would rather take the head of an innocent than let a villain escape. It's all about sending them over to the better omniscient judge on the other side anyway. He will decide. If one's innocent, his shameful death will be rewarded 10 times in heaven. And yet you cannot sentence him. You tell them to let him go. He looks you in the eye, smiles a smile that makes you shudder, and promises he will repay you. For some reason, you cannot wait. A few years pass before he sneaks into your house at night, a butcher's knife in his hand. On the unbelievably bloody night when you die, your body raped every way possible, you think it is only just. You deserve that. You've been killing innocents, just like him, because you've never cared if they really did what they were accused of. Your paintings and your music constantly on your mind, even as you were signing up another death sentence. You deserve that, and you take it from him with pleasure that unsettles him. Even as he finishes you off, he realizes none other killing will ever feel quite like this again. And he's sad. He's just gotten the 5 consecutive best orgasms of his life, and he feels like a god, but he knows it won't last. And he actually wonders what might have happened had he spared your life. But it's still too soon for him to understand. And he leaves by the sunrise, a bloodied butcher's knife in his hand. He never kills again though. There's no point.